Hi everyone, this video is about implementing CRUD operation in Angular JS. So let's get started. It will be the end result that we will get. Okay, first of all, let's create a new one to add one. Okay, pineapple. Okay, let's add, for example, 2. The price is 40. Let's create it. See, the new record has added. So let's edit it. Or something, whatever you would like to add. Okay, so let's price also, yeah, this one, update it. See, that has updated. Okay, so let's delete it. That has deleted. Okay, delete it. So we will perform this CRUD operation. So let's get started. Before starting, if you are new to my YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe. So for this CRUD operation using Angular, I have created my app. Okay, this is the app which I have created. Okay, and also I installed Bootstrap. Okay, simply if you would like to install the Bootstrap, right, let's move to our my CRUD app, npm install Bootstrap. It will install the Bootstrap, then put the link in this style.css. okay, write something like this. Okay, so after installing the Bootstrap, so now we will install our JSON server. We would like to perform our CRUD operation with JSON server. JSON server we will create internally. Okay, in our app. Okay, we will create a file by the name of db or something else .json. Then we will put our data in that. Then we will perform all operations with that file. So let's install that. npm install JSON server. Let me install the JSON server. Yeah, that has installed successfully. Okay, so let's check our package.json. So just come here to see the JSON server has installed. Okay, so to run the JSON server, so let's first of all create a file by the name of db.json. okay, inside it we will create db.json. the file has created. Okay, so now let's write some data inside this. So I wrote this data inside db.json. okay, fruits, and then these are the objects: id, name, quantity, price for the second one, for the third one. Okay, so now let's run our db.json. okay, run our JSON server. We will write something like watch db.json. the file name is db. Let's press enter. Okay, so now let's move to our server. Okay, press this. See, we have this data inside that. Okay, so we have created our JSON server successfully. So now let's create our module for our app. Okay, right now by default we have these components. Okay, so let's run our Angular app. So for that, let's come here, cd my CRUD. To run our Angular app, we will write ng serve. It will run our Angular app. Let's check it by the default app which is created. Yeah, it is running on port number 4200, and this one, let's press this and move to this. This is the default app which is created. Okay, so now let's remove these all things and we will create our CRUD app. So let's come here to the app.component.html. okay, remove all these things and just write router outlet. Okay, router outlet. Inside this, just write this. Okay, let's remove it also. Now let's create our a component. Okay, our module. First of all, we will create our module. cd my CRUD. ng generate module. Name of that would be fruit with the routing. Okay, let's press enter. It will generate our module by the name of fruit. See it, this has generated. Okay, so now let's create our component. ng generate component. Need the first component name inside fruit, and that would be home. Okay, and let's create the second one, that would be create. And to create the fourth one, that is the edit. Yeah, all these three components is created successfully. So now let's move to the routing section. Okay, we will define our routing first of all. Before that, let's move some setting which is important. Okay, we will come to app.module.ts. Okay, to this one, this app. So here you should have in this import section your browse module and also this reactive forum module. Okay, these are imported for our forum, and also we will import all our components here. Okay, later. Okay, and the second one is to come our module fruit, and inside app.routing fruit.module.ts. okay, here you should have common module. Okay, so now let's write our routing. So let's come app.routing. Here we will define our routing. So let's write path would be, for example, fruit component. We should goes to fruit.component index component, sorry, index home component. We should goes to home component, and also path. If someone write fruit slash index, we should redirect to fruit. Okay, fruit and path match full. Let's write here slash index and write here like this. And also if we write like this, okay, if we write just nothing in our route, we should go to again to this route. Okay, so it is for our home components. We will retrieve all the records first of all, and we will display that on the browser. So now let's create our services. Okay, the services where we implement our logic to get the data. Okay, so let's write ng generate service. The service would be in the fruit and fruit. Yeah, it will generate our service. Yeah, fruit.service. These are generated for us. Here we will write our code to get the data from our server. So let's come to fruit.services. Here we will have in private HTTP client. Sorry. We will have the object of HTTP client, private HTTP client, HTTP client. Okay, we will have it inside this. So to create our API, before that let's create a model for API response. Okay, so let's come here and ng generate interface fruit. It will generate an interface for us. Yeah, that has generated. Let's check it. Yeah, we have that. So now let's write inside this ID, which is the number with us, and the name string, then we have quantity, that is the number, and then we have price, which is number. Yes, we have these props. So now let's come here and we will create our API. That would be to get to all. Let's write here return this dot client HTTP client dot get. We will get our data, and our route is, so let's move to our route. Let's come here and it is our route, the API that we would like to access data through this URL. Okay, we will get our data here, and let's write here the type is the fruit. Okay, let's import it. Yeah, we will import fruit from that. Yeah, here through this function we will get our data. So now let's move to our home component. Okay, here to the home component. Okay, here we will implement our logic. So first of all, let's import fruit from fruits. Okay, and also fruit services. Yeah, we will import this also. Now let's create a constructor. Inside the constructor we will have private fruit service. Fruit services in object of that. Now let's create our it will implements on init. So let's first of all import this function. Let's come here on init this. Okay, implements on init, sorry. Yeah, so now let's create that function ng on init. So here we will implement our code. Okay, we will write this dot fruit services dot get all. Now it will get all our data. But we should write it inside the dot subscribe. Okay, inside this we will have our data. And now let's initialize, declare a variable that would be all fruits. It is equal to with fruit object empty. Okay, this is equal to with empty array. And now let's initialize that. All fruits is equal to with data. Yeah, we call our get all method through this fruit service object. Okay, that we has created before, and we initialize this all fruits through this data. So now let's write the design for this home component. Okay, we will write our code here, the interface. Okay, front end design. So I have added this code. Okay, a container class and table, and then you have ID, name, quantity and price in this table. Then we have a loop through our all fruits. Okay, the all fruits we defined previously in our home. Yeah, let's check that. Yeah, this one. Okay, this was our all fruits, and we got the items in the ID, name, quantity and price. All are printed in the table. So let's check it now. So we didn't get the, so let's import our, let's come over to our app.module, and we will import our fruit module. Yeah, we will import that and we will use that here. Okay, yeah, fruit module, we use that here again. Also let's write fruit, we didn't get, so let's inspect it. Let's come to the console and got, yeah, the error is in our routes. So let's come here. Yeah, this is home with us, sorry, and also we should redirect to this /home, and same to that /home. Yeah, let's check it. Yeah, we have our data now. Okay, yeah, we printed our data. So let's create a navbar at the top. First, to create the navbar at the top, we will come off that component and we will write our code here on the top of this. Yeah, and I created this navbar. Okay, this navbar I have created at the top of our fruits. Okay, this navbar is created, and also a button. Whenever we press this art, we should add a new record. And one thing else, that is that we have added our app routing. So we will move this routing from this app routing to our own module, fruit module. Okay, fruit routing dot module. Let's come here and paste them here. Yeah, it will working the same. Okay, no problem. So now whenever we press that add button, so we should go to another new component and we should create a new fruit. Okay, so let's move first of all to that update component, and here we will add a link here. So let's write here router link is equal to, we should move to the /home /fruit/create. We should move to this link. We will change this to the link. Okay, and now let's define this fruit and create in our fruit.routing. Here we will specify that, and we will write here path fruit/create, and component would be create component. Okay, our create component. So now let's move to our create component. Let's close this and come here to the Chrome. First of all, we will write the HTML code for this. Okay, the design. I created this forum, okay, for the creation. Okay, this is just simple forum, inputful for name and also for quantity, for create button, and this is for the price. Okay, so let's check it now. Let's come here and press this add button. So whenever we press, we will come here. Okay, enter name, price, and also the quantity. So now whenever we press this create button, so we should add a new record. So now first of all, we will go to our create our services. Okay, let's come here to this fruit.services. So here we will write the code for service. Yeah, here we will write the code for create. Okay, we will call a create function, and we will get our data here, and that would be fruits type data fruit. Okay, and here we will return this .http client post, and here our URL. The URL would be the same like this, and after that we will pass our data to this. Okay, the data would be the data or forum data. Now let's move to our create component. Yeah, here we will just write the code for that. First of all, let's create the constructor, and let's in constructor we will get private fruit services, okay, and also we will get the router. Okay, private router we will get that from Angular routes. Okay, now let's create our create method. Before that, let's create a variable for forum. Okay, forum data is equal to with our fruit module, and that is equal to, let's assign data to this. Let's import it from fruit. So now let's write here, and this is by default 0 in name and empty, and price quantity 0, and also the last one is the price. It is 0 with us. Yes, we implemented this. So now let's create our create method. So here we will write this dot our fruit services that we will call the create method. So to that we will pass our data, this dot our forum data. Okay, we will pass this, then subscribe, and then we will get next. Here we will just goes to back to the home page, but this is a row function with us. Yeah, here we will go back to our home page. We will write like this dot router dot navigate by URL So let's write here our fruit slash home, and let's write just navigate. Where is the error? The problem is that this is router with us. Yes, okay, and also this. Now let's see, the error has gone now. So if there was an error, so then we will get an error console.log error. Just print that for us. So we implemented this logic. So now let's use this our forum data in our HTML file. Let's come here, and here inside this we will write here ng model is equal to our forum data dot name, and same to this we will write for all component. Copy this and just come here and write here dot price, and come here write quantity. Let's close it, and here whenever we click on this, click is equal to, we will call create method. Yeah, so we implemented our logic for create. So now let's check it. So we faced with too many errors. Can't bind one ng module, ng event. So let's come here to the fruits module.ts and import forums module from Angular slash forums. Okay, so now let's use it here. Let's check it now. Yeah, the error has gone by importing the forums module in the fruit.modules. Okay, so now let's enter name. The name would be like guava. Okay, price would be like 40, quantity would be 20. Let's press create button. So after creating, nothing happened. So let's inspect it. So to the console again, uncaught from the error, cannot match any route. So let's create we didn't match with any route by pressing the let's come here to the create component. Yeah, fruits, no, it is just fruit slash home. Let's come here. Yeah, let's press it. Okay, and price would be 30 and 20. Press create button. See, this has added. Okay, that we have added before, both of them has added. Okay, the error was that the route has problem. So we did it. So now let's add our edit and delete buttons here in the right side. So whenever we press them, so we should delete and update the records. So let's come here. We will come here to the home component, and we will in the home we will come to home.component, and here we will add the action. So let's write it scope is equal to call, and this would be column name would be action. And now let's come here and we will add a td class, and here we will pass here we will have a link, okay, a tag, and this would be edit. Let's pass a class to this button primary, and router link is equal to with so now let's write inside this. We will write first, we will move to the our fruit slash edit, and then we will pass our id to that is item.id. okay, it will goes to this route. So now let's move to our routing area. Let's come here to our fruit routing, and here we will define that route. Path is fruit slash edit, and then we will get an id. This is fruit edit, and then we will get that. Okay, where we went. Let's come here. Yeah, fruit edit and then id, and now let's come to our routing. Yes, and the component would be edit component. Okay, the component we have already created. Okay, the edit component, this one. Okay, the edit component. So now let's move to the edit component, and here come to the HTML file. First we will write our design, and we will get the previous video here. So I wrote this design. Okay, edit this simple form. Okay, for name, price, quantity, and the update button. Okay, so let's check it. Let's press this. So we got our update form, but we should have here the update values also. Okay, for example, we are updating apple, we should get that in the price, in the quantity, all things we should get there here. Okay, so we will do that also. Okay, so now let's come to the service part. Okay, fruit.service.ts. okay, so here we will implement our edit function. First of all, to the edit we will get an id here, that will be number type. Here we will implement our edit, and we will get data here. So let's copy this line and paste it here. Here we will get not array, just single item, single object, and here we will go here, and let's change these quotations, and now here we will write slash our id. Okay, right here our id. Okay, we will id based on this, we will get our record based on that id. So now let's move to our create edit component, and to the edit.ts. okay, so let's first of all import the on init. Okay, this, and let's implement that here. Yeah, after that now let's create our constructor. Before constructor, let's import our imported component. Import activated routes, and also our router. After that, let's import fruit. We didn't get that. Import fruit from fruit, and let's import fruit services. Yeah, after importing that, now let's create a constructor here. Constructor. Inside the constructor we will have a private fruit services. So we will have route, activated route. After that, let's implement our ng on init, this method. Inside this, so we will get first of all the first record, okay, the record that we have clicked. We should get that record and we should display the data in forum first. And we will write this dot route dot param map, okay, it is getting the ID, okay, the router ID for us. Let's subscribe, and here we will get our data here. Let ID is equal to now we will change that to the number, and we will write it as start get our ID, okay, we will get our ID here. So let's make it param and change this to param. Now let's call a function get by ID, okay, we will pass get by ID and we will pass our ID to this method, okay. So now let's create this one, get by ID, and we will get an ID here. Let's call it this dot get by ID, okay, and here ID is number type with us. Here we will use our fruit services, this dot fruit services dot we will edit, okay, edit is getting the specific record to us, okay, and we will pass our ID to that, okay, ID we will pass dot subscribe, and we will get here the data. Now let's create a variable for to store our data. For that let's write all forum data is equal to with fruit this should be this type, and is equal to, and here the ID is 0 with us, name string with us, quantity 0 with us, price 0 with us, okay. After declaring this, so now let's write forum data is equal to with data. Yeah, we implemented our logic, so now let's check it. So let's come here, let's press edit. We didn't get the value, so let's come here to the edit component dot HTML, and here we will write ng model is equal to, now with our forum data dot name, okay, same to this we will write for this would be price with us, and this is the quantity. Let's check it now. See, we got the data, okay, the one we would like to update, for example this one, okay, go, see, we got the data. So now whenever we press this update button, so we should call a function, okay, click is equal to, we should call update function, so let's create that, come here and we will create that. Here we will get the data. So before implementing this logic, let's move to our service part, fruit.service.cs, okay, and here let's copy this one, paste it here, and we will change the method name update, and here we will get the data that would be the type of fruit, okay, and here we will call put method, and this is single, just a fruit with us, and also let's write here the ID, we will write data.id and let's change these quotations, and at the end we will attach our data with that. Okay, we called our update method, data fruit, yeah, everything is okay. So now let's come to our edit component.js. okay, now we will implement this logic. So let's write, as we implemented the logic for getting data. Okay, so let's come here to home. As we implemented this logic, where we implemented that, the logic for create that we have implemented. Okay, so let's copy this method and let's come to our update edit one. Okay, just paste it here. Okay, forum service. Now here we will call update method instead of it, and we will pass our data, this dot forum data. Okay, that we have. Okay, this data we will pass that and subscribe, and we will get result, and we will go back to our home page. So now let's try it, what happened. Let's come to the Chrome, and for example let's go back. Okay, here we would like to update the mango update. Okay, this would be like 12, and this quantity would be 12. So let's press the update button. What happened? See, mango update 12 and 12, everything is updated. So it was all about updation. So now let's add a link for the delete. Okay, so for the deletion I created this button. Okay, whenever we click on this button we should pass the ID, and we will call this delete item button. Okay, so now let's come here to the home component.js. we will create that function here. So let's create the delete item, and we will get ID, that is number type, and here we will call our services. Okay, before let's just this dot services, fruit services dot delete, and we will pass our ID to that dot subscribe. Here we will get the data. Delete button, we don't have that there right now, so let's create our delete function there. Let's come to the service. Where is fruit service? Okay, here we will implement that here. Okay, our delete would be same to get this one. Okay, to this one. Okay, copy this and just change it to the delete. Okay, we will get in here, change it to the delete. Yes, we implemented our delete functionality. So now let's come back to our home, and here we will implement the logic. So I have added this code. Okay, it will filter all the records that we have here. Okay, it will filter and it will remove the one that we assigned the ID. Okay, the one we passed the ID, so it will not take that, and others will be taken by the filter function. Okay, they will be filtered. So now let's check it how it looks like. The delete, so let's come to the delete delete component, button danger. The design, why it looks like this. That should be inside. Let's take it, Control S here. That should be inside this TD table data. Okay, so now let's check it. Yeah, it looks like this now. Okay, so let's just add some design here. It looks like okay now. So let's press, for example, this one. See, that one has deleted. This one would like to, you can delete that. Let's add a new one. Let's add, for example, pineapple, and price would be 21. Okay, let's create it. See, that has added the new record, and let's edit it. Guava, okay, update it. See, that has updated to Guava. Let's delete it. See, that has deleted. So it was all about CRUD operation in Angular. If you like this video, so please subscribe our YouTube channel, and don't forget to comment down and like this video. Thanks for watching.